Xin chào everybody, welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve, and I've got a real good one for you today. Been thinking for some time about how we maintain our strength as expats and don't get run down by changes in plans or changes in circumstances, and how we might make sure that we're totally resilient. So I thought I'd sit down here and have a green tea freeze. It's about 15 degrees today, and run through a few of the things that I think are important for expats if they want to be resilient in pursuing the kind of retirement lifestyle that you have when you're overseas. The real problem for me with this one is that I've got a lot to talk about, and I really want to hone in on some of the real key ones to me, and I won't go through every single thing that I believe is important to resilience, and then leave it open for you in the comments to tell me what makes you resilient and how do you cope with changing plans and moving from plan B to C to D and back to A again. And if I get some ideas from you in the comments, I might have a part 2 for this one as well. So look, without further ado, let's get into it. I've been itching to take a scoop of cream off the top of this, so I'm going to do it. Oh, this is a green tea freeze. It's super large, and although it's a freezing cold day here today, I thought this is really going to give me some energy to talk to you about what's on my mind. Look, the thing that stands out for me is really understanding why resilience is important when you're in retirement. And it really comes down to the old adage that, you know, if something can go wrong, it will. Plans don't always work out, and so we've got to be able to adjust our plans, move forward. Life throws us a curveball, and so we've got to be able to deal with those curveballs. And of course, when we're in retirement, we don't have much time to recover. So it's important to be resilient and be able to weave with the flow of life, because there's very little time to recover if you get thrown a really severe curveball when you're in retirement. I've had a few thrown at me in recent times, and my plans have gone hell west and crooked. But because I'm resilient, I'm able to handle those curveballs, I'm able to move forward. So that's the first one that I think we need to consider. So it sort of goes without saying, we've got to learn to embrace change, but that's more difficult than we actually think. So a couple of things I do is I focus on the here and now, and I find that if I'm focusing on the here and now, I'm not noticing the change as much. I find that a little bit of adventure doesn't go astray. So when we've got adventure in our life, it helps us to embrace the change. And then the third thing I wanted to mention was, don't sweat the small stuff. So be able to adjust to what's in front of us, focus on what's here and now, and don't worry too much about the noise and the extraneous things that are happening out to the side. So for me, being resilient in retirement, number one is being able to embrace that change. So number 3, and probably equally important as numbers 1 and 2, is to maintain that sense of purpose when you're actually in retirement. And you do that through volunteering, hobbies, mentoring, etc. So a couple of things I do is I've got this YouTube channel, and that's a hobby for me that allows me to keep a bit of a sense of purpose. I'm not actually focused on being a fat cat with 2 cameras and monetized, because if I didn't get there, I'd feel like I was a failure. I'm more focused on the journey of having a YouTube channel and just the fun of making some video art and talking to people. So I've got a hobby. I do a bit of volunteering for a local Indigenous school, so I help them out with some risk and governance stuff, which is my cup of tea. And I also sort of encourage colleagues to move forward in their career. So being an elder statesman now, I'm able to provide advice to those colleagues. So I'm really able to have a sense of purpose and feel like this journey that I'm on is actually worthwhile. So I just got interrupted there in my train of thought with a fan who's visiting from Canberra, a Vietnamese gentleman that runs an accounting practice down there. He's up here for family and Tet and holidays. Anyway, back to resilience in retirement and what makes that so important. So, I've adjusted my camera a bit low here. So don't forget to, first of all, understand the importance of retirement, resilience. Make sure you've got a sense of purpose, be able to embrace change, and of course have a strong financial foundation. So for me, I'm a saver, I'm an accumulator. I don't have any debt, and so for me, I'm still building a financial foundation, but obviously spending a lot of time here in Southeast Asia, it's much more economically beneficial for me. So if you're following along with those four, I'd be interested to know in the comments whether you've got any of those. You understand the importance of resilience, you've got a sense of purpose, you have an ability to embrace change, and of course, have you got a strong financial foundation. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments in the comments section. And particularly if you've got some secrets to resilience in retirement, I'd love to hear them, and I might even make a part 2 VART about them. Now, I've just got a couple more I'm going to run through here, and then I'll let you go. I'm not planning to make this a sermon, but I really wanted to get it off my chest. All right, more fans coming to see me there. Those couple of girls love my channel and really wanted to get a selfie with Vietnam Steve. So, it's the price you pay for popularity. Look, numbers 5 and 6 on the importance of resilience in retirement is to stay healthy and keep a sharp mind. So, those of you that have followed along with me for a long time know that I'm out walking 5 kilometres every day, trying to maintain that aerobic fitness, also trying to keep the weight down a bit. So I'm a healthy eater, and all the things that are entailed with maintaining your health as you get older, because if you want to be resilient in retirement, health is one of the important things. Talking a little loud because the music's gone a little loud here now, and we'll see how that one pans out for you. The other one is keeping a sharp mind, and that involves making sure our mind's active with what we're doing. So I'm constantly challenging myself. I read about, I can tell you now, I read 14 books a year. I read 14 books last year, and I read 14 books the year before. The year before that was about 23 books, but I've backed it off a bit. And so reading is something that keeps your mind quite sharp. I do a lot of puzzles and brain teasers and those kind of things. And I'm also hanging around active and sharp people. So I'm not sedentary, sitting alone and silent. I'm actively in the community and out keeping the mind sharp. So, another 2 to add to the list there. Staying healthy. It will really help with your resilience in retirement. And of course, keeping your mind sharp. Now, the music's just stopped, and I'm going to go and see if I can actually hear myself talking because that was pretty loud. Let's hope I can get through the final 2 without any more fans probably go together. I better just make sure I didn't leave anything sitting back at the trusty old table back here. I did get interrupted in the gap there. I'm getting a pickup very shortly, and off to another cafe to meet with somebody. maintaining emotional stability. Now, that's a tricky one because I'm not really an emotional person. But how do you maintain your emotional sense of being in retirement? So you've got to be focused on it. I'm focused on it, but I'm not an emotional person. So we just have to develop strategies to cope and be able to recognise when we're, emotionally under pressure. One that helps, it's probably pretty closely aligned to it, number 8, is maintaining those social connections. So I do maintain a lot of social connections with family. I've got a very large family and a very extended family. Also, I've got not a lot of friends, but I've got some very close friends that I maintain a close connection with. So I make sure I keep up with them. And I've also got some more colleagues, if you like, that behave like friends, but they're actually colleagues. So maintaining those social connections is really important to build resilience in retirement, because if we have a resilient retirement, it's going to be much better for us in the long term. We don't want to have the turmoil of ups and downs. I'm going to leave that with you today. I'd love you to put a few more in the comments, because I'd love to do a part 2 and hit a few more of these. I really think this is the key to retirement success, being resilient. And of course, I'm trying to do that here in Halong Bay. Like the video, if you like the video, comment on what we've been talking about today. And of course, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you in the community and love to engage with you going forward. All the best, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next one.